I did not start recording. Let's do it again. I'm a strong, independent woman. Hear my womanly roar. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel, and we are here tonight to discuss heal, how to heal from beauty standards, beauty standard trauma. And I've been really wanting to have this conversation for a very long time, but I just couldn't get around to it because, anyways, enough excuses, right? Excuses are nothing but a well-planned lie. So we're going to be talking about beautiful black girl. Mm-mm-mm. I'm going to tell you my story, and then we're going to get into a little bit of a Q&A, if you may, um, because I think it's very relevant for the topic um, of this channel where we deal with everything self-development, right? So I have two girls and they're both mixed race. We're going to talk about, why I make those quotation marks another day, but we're just going to say for today's purposes that they are of mixed race, white and black. And one of the things that I um, really wanted to implement in their level of confidence in themselves was the ability to accept things that I think are beautiful about them, how to maximize the things that society might generally find also attractive about them, and to not just be, and this might be controversial for some people, but I really, don't care. Um, but to not just see themselves as beautiful because their parents think they're beautiful, but to understand that there will always be someone that may look better than them or might be um, of a beauty standard that is more acceptable. But they should learn to enjoy, appreciate, and celebrate their own beauty and understand that to each his own, right? So that was very difficult because, as I said before, they're of mixed race, and we live in a place where the beauty standard is typically of European features. And this is a very hard topic for a person of color to address without feeling some kind of way. Like, I can easily get in my feelings about this, but I found that I am very much less in my feelings about this topic, and I'm going to talk about why that is. I had, for a very long time, very low self esteem about the color of my skin because I'm one of the darkest kids of my mom. And I have very, very strong African features, not as much as some of my other cousins or friends from my town, but growing up hearing things like, um, you're very pretty for a dark skinned girl, or you're very pretty for a Garifuna girl. If you guys don't know, Garifuna is the indigenous tribe people from our country of Belize, and we were always associated with everything but beauty. The culture is nice, food is great, the music's awesome, but no, we're not known for having beautiful women by these European standards. Okay. So this was a very challenging time for me, seeing as how I did not actually grow up in my hometown of Sangriga. I grew up in the Hispanic part of town where there was a lot of long flowing hair and very fair skin or light skinned people. And the darkest person, who is like the color of my daughter, would be considered dark skin. So if she's considered dark skin, then you could just imagine what I was called. And healing from that trauma meant a few things, and we're going to discuss these things if you're a parent of a mixed race child or a person of color or darker skinned person. You need to first speak positive words and positive descriptive words as to how that child looks. So we love to use food references in reference to my complexion because, like, these kids be eating up all of my chocolate. So I use colors and words like coffee or chocolate or um, what's another one? Cinnamon. I love dark chocolate. I like to eat it and I like to refer to myself as that. Um, I used to love calling, we, we just call my little girl Brown Baby. That's her name, and she loves it. But we never actually had a conversation or pointed out to her that her complexion was either darker or lighter than her cousins or her father or myself or her sister. That came later on with her level of self awareness out of naturally becoming more observant and understanding that there is a separation between me and my parents, and that will happen. The way to prepare for that is to make sure that you have the positive language that needs to take place. Um, and to be very, very, the second thing, so positive language. The second thing is to be very, very, very well versed in the things that your child needs to fit in and to feel included in society. Because one of the bigger issues for me, and if you're a Black woman at this channel, you already know biggest issue for me was hair. Now, I had a huge, and still am having a huge conversation with my eldest about her hair. She has hair like mine, and it has always been an issue to comb and care for. And one of the issues is, and a lot of people miss this, even if you are in a family where the mom knows how to take care of the hair, a lot of people will miss the opportunity to teach your daughter in a positive way how to care for their hair. So, shopping for products, so kinky curly hair products, and having like wash day be like a celebrated routine process that everybody gets involved in, like a spa day, is paramount. I was one of those people that used to get stressed out about hair braiding and wash day because my daughter hated it. And then I found out recently that it was because I was very rough with the way that I would braid and comb her hair. And I knew better because the way I take care of my hair is that well, if you want to check out my video, you can go ahead and do that. But there are plenty of videos that are out on YouTube who talk about hair care and how to do it in a gentle and celebratory way that it's not hassle or painful or traumatizing. And so once I started doing that, I started seeing very, very positive results with that. Because what you want to do is to be able to use the things that are different to enhance beauty. So for my kids, I always 100% am very cognizant of the kind of colors they wear because, of course, if you're wearing a particular color that's more suited to your complexion, you look better, you get better responses. People are complimenting you on how you look, and you feel more accepted and included in society. So I had to make sure that I was on top of my game when it comes to the type of colors that my daughters wear. My daughter has a palm olive skin tone and she loves wearing beige and brown and gray. Those colors are not suited for her. So, whenever and however I can, I slip in a little bit of blue, royal blues, greens, a little bit of purple, but those are her colors, blues and greens. They look amazing on her, even red. But that was something that I had to actually get her used to. The baby, of course, she looks same thing. She looks fabulous in a nice teal, turquoise, baby blue, dark blue, navy blue. Oh, she always looks so great. And I steer clear of neutrals with her because they tend to wash her out. And so shopping together for the right color palette for them seems to be a little bit extreme, but I cannot tell you how much of a big difference it has had on their self-esteem and the way they carry themselves in public because they get stopped and stared at because they are dressed appropriately for their complexion. Back to the hair. The hair care thing was a huge investment because when it comes to brushing and combing, not the softest. I am not the kindest. And so I actually had to learn and to teach myself how to comb and braid and clear hair out in a soft and gentle way when I'm not stressed, not busy, or not like focusing on getting out the door. So that meant that I had to be way more organized when it comes to time with spending time with them with their hair, and starting to teach them how to love and care for their hair in a way that wasn't super disruptive or super complicated. So we made this an adventure. We made this a celebratory thing. I still to this day find time once in a while to braid my daughter's hair in single braids. And with my baby's hair, she has, and I know people say that this is like too much, you're doing too much with your 6 year old's hair, but I have like curling cream for her. I have detangling brushes for her so that she can start to learn how to do her hair herself. And she is loving it. People compliment her on her hair all the time. It actually gets on my nerves sometimes when she be trying to do her own hair. Oh, but I would rather her love them than have the trauma of having to not love it. And so one of the things that I'd like to say about healing from beauty standards is that not everybody looks the same. And there is someone for everyone when it comes to what people like. And we shouldn't strive to be anybody but ourselves, but the best version of ourselves. And it might mean sometimes that we have to do things differently from everybody else, but it definitely also means that we have to accept and embrace where we're starting and know that certain things are never going to change. We could actually use them to our advantage to show and shine in the way we were actually meant to. This is how I started embracing wearing red. Like, I would never, ever, as a young adult, wear red because I just thought it was just typical Latina. And that was the only reason. Like, never ever wear red. And I put it on one day and I just got so many compliments. I was just like, "Wow, I love this." And I actually like look good in red. So it's one of my go-to colors besides blue and green. And with my hair, like I said, I cut my hair so many times completely off because I had a lot of hair damage. Um I had relaxed my hair, chemically relaxed my hair, and it fell out. I had heat damage because I was flat ironing it too much. But when I started taking ownership of my hair care and started doing a lot of the hair care myself, it forced me to figure out what worked best for me, and it helped me to enjoy my hair in ways and look at myself in a way that was a little bit more natural. And I feel like I look much better with my natural color and my natural hair. Now, of course, this is not all mine. I was hoping I could get like really kinky curly because I just love long hair. I feel like when my hair is longer, my face looks, my facial features look smaller, particularly my nose. Um, but I also look great with short hair too. So, I got a nice shaped head, so I don't mind. But I like to keep my look consistent for the channel, and that's why you will see me wearing my hair like this all the time. I'm not gonna lie, I love my hair looking long, and hopefully, I can grow my own hair, of course. It's not impossible, but it wasn't possible for a couple of years because of um breastfeeding and hormonal changes and stuff like that. So, but I digress. Accepting and embracing what is beautiful on you is a huge part of looking better and feeling better about yourself and healing the trauma. Accepting who you are, actually telling yourself affirmative things about your beauty level, and knowing that there will always be somebody that looks better than you, and knowing that somebody that's looking better than you is okay. It's okay. It's okay. You have to love you, nobody else. And of course, I always strongly believe that there's someone there for everyone. And you just got to make sure that you're looking good enough for when you meet that person. Nah, you just got to make sure that you're looking with your eyes close enough and are aware enough that he's actually or she is actually trying to check you out. All right. So I hope this has been helpful. I think I might do a part 2 on this. If you guys have any questions, if there's something that I did not cover, if I didn't get too deeply into some of the nuances of beauty trauma, um, I think I'm going to talk a little bit more about bullying and how I dealt with that, or how we as a society need to deal more with that. But for now, of course, please like and subscribe. Stay tuned so when that video drops, you are fully informed. Make sure that you subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Please stay safe and stay free.